The race for a U.S. Senate seat in Florida could be heading for a recount. A winner has not been called nearly 24 hours after the polls closed. I'm John Bachman.
I'm Tanika Hughes. Governor Rick Scott and Senator Bill Nelson remain in a statistical tie. Unofficial numbers show Scott in the lead by around 30,000 votes. The incumbent senator has called for a recount, but the Secretary of State tells us he has not ordered one yet. Action News Jax says live team coverage of the impact of these midterm elections and undecided races. We begin with Action News Jax Lorena Inkland. She's live in Orlando. Lorena, Nelson's camp is saying that state law requires a recount when candidates are within 1/2 point.
And with these kind of margins that we're seeing in this race, state law does allow for a machine recount. But as you mentioned, that cannot happen unless the Secretary of State orders it. And so far, that has not happened. But I can tell you so far that Senator Nelson has not conceded. We are proceeding to a recount. That's what Senator Bill Nelson said in a statement released by his campaign just before 10 a.m. It's been the only public statement from Nelson all day after he didn't speak at his own watch party last night. It wasn't until about 12:15 a.m. that his longtime staffer, Pete Mitchell, gave an update to supporters who stayed till the end, many of them visibly upset before leaving for the night.
I'm just one individual, but there's a lot of other individuals in D.C. that want to do the same thing. And I'm going to work with them, and we will change, like we did in Florida, the direction of Washington, D.C.
Nelson's camp claims Rick Scott prematurely claimed a victory. Meanwhile, Scott's campaign spokesperson Chris Hartline sent Action News Jax this statement, quote, "This race is over. It's a sad way for Bill Nelson to end his career. He is desperately trying to hold on to something that no longer exists." The race has been called the most expensive Senate race in Florida history, with Scott even spending millions of his own money. If Nelson loses, it would end a career in public service that started back in 1972. At this point, in a race this close, every single vote matters. I did reach out to Senator Nelson's campaign to see if anybody was available for an interview. I have not heard back yet. Next at 6, I will show you what Senator Nelson's campaign is saying that they will do in every Florida county ahead of this possible recount. Reporting live from Lake Eola Park in Orlando, Lorena Inkland, CBS 47 Action News Jax.
County canvassing boards have until Saturday to submit numbers to the state, which means more votes could still be tallied in the Senate race.